Hi, this is Don Schaefer. Once again, I'm happy to be with you. Shirley and I are finally home. I know we spent a few months down in Florida, and I've sent you a few messages on that. I know the last message I sent you dealt with being, or called, entitled The Servant. And this was a very powerful message that I was very excited about because it kind of gives you the whole keys to your happiness and joy in life. A lot of times people think that if I get myself rich, if I get myself a beautiful home, and you maybe even have big, nice children and all that, that they'll be happy and joyful. Well, you know, the truth of the matter really is, it's a matter of how much you want to serve other people, because that's where the true joy comes in. I know we shared a little bit about Albert Schweitzer and the fact that he was a philosopher, he was a physician, he was a theologian, he was many different things over in France and Germany back in the early parts of last century. But one thing he did do is he studied the life of Jesus Christ. And he realized that by doing that, he realized the key to his excitement and happiness in life. So what he did and how he ended his life was in Africa, serving people. He was a missionary to Africa, and he says, I have found the joy and I've found the contentment and the fulfillment in life that so many people are chased after and cannot find, because it isn't money and riches and possessions that give you those things. It's something inside you that says, hey, you know what, I want to serve. And that's where it's important for us to realize that servanthood is the key to all of our happiness and joy. This week, I'm bringing you just another thought, another idea. Every week we talk about different principles, different ways of looking at things. And this week I want to talk a little bit about the little things. The little things. And you might say, well, what does that all mean? Well, you know, a lot of times what happens in life is we get ourselves stuck in a place where we want big things. And, you know, and because it's so big and so huge, you know, it's just so hard to wrap our arms around or even obtain that we give up. I know one time I was in front of a group and I told them, I says, you know what? I can give you a tip right now as far as how to become wealthy. And what I told them, I says, put $1 a day away. You know, after a year, you've got $365. After 2 years, you know, it just keeps on multiplying and multiplying. You know, and pretty soon, I tell you, you know, you're going to have a lot of money set aside. Plus, if you invested, you know, the compound interest and all that just continues to grow. But it's only a small amount. You know, and that's where I think in life sometimes we fail to realize that we need to order our lives in a way where it is the little things that we are doing. Because eventually, if we do enough of little things, guess what happens? The big thing comes around. And that's where it's so important for us to realize that it is all about the little things, and it's about staying busy, working on things. So many times people become idle. I know I love telling the story about Jesus Christ way back in biblical times when he was on this earth. And when he was decided it was time to get disciples, you know, the disciples to walk with him and to teach them his ways and show them different things. Well, where did he go? Did he go to the unemployment office? I don't think so. There was probably a lot of guys that weren't doing a whole lot he could have picked up. But no, he went to people who are already doing something, you know, who already had themselves busy in life and gotten themselves in a position where they were active. And that's where in our life a lot of times we wonder, you know, what we should be doing with our life or where it should be going. Well, the important things is that we stay active in whatever we're doing. Because a lot of times we can be transformed just like these disciples were transformed into great men. You know, and God has created each and every one of you with a greatness in mind and wanting you to be the best product that he's ever made. But he needs us to get busy and to not overlook those little things. Because sometimes when we reach our destiny in life, we'll look back and say, you know what, those little things really were the big things in life that I needed to do at the time. And I am so thankful to have done that. Well, with this, I'm going to leave you this week. And hopefully you can challenge yourself to think a little bit about what you are doing. And maybe you can try to put some little things before you that you can step your way into the big things. Thank you so much for being with us, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you.